on the info sheet given to us, it was written there that with kiteboarding, there could be a possibility of us finding our next Olympian gold medalist, nonetheless in Asia at first, and probably in the future we can get more athletes to be part of this kind of sport. In terms of the scope of kiteboarding per se as a sport, how big is it right now in the country? Is there a steady growth in the sport? And in terms of development for young athletes, what do you guys have in mind, plans to make this sport more available for young athletes to start from, so we can improve and grow the pool of talents of athletes taking up the sport?
Thank you, Mark. Okay, and in terms of the Olympic campaign for the sport, I'll give you a backgrounder. There's the Philippine Kiteboarding Association is under the Philippine Wind Sport Association. We are recognized by the International Kiteboarding Association, which is the body campaigning for Olympic inclusion with World Sailing. In fact, World Sailing is having their annual meeting this week. And what is established, what World Sailing already announced, is that the kiteboarding will be included in the 2018 Youth Olympic Games. So that is already firmed up. What they are discussing this week, part of the agenda, is to include possible inclusion of kiteboarding into the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So we are crossing our fingers, so we'll find out soon if we are in the 2020, because we almost got into the 2016 Rio, but they changed the ruling, and maybe in the 2020. So in terms of the PKA trust on producing an Olympic gold medal, we have already outlined a program, a sports program, because the 2018 Youth Olympic Games format were only announced a month ago. The inclusion was announced 4 months ago, but the format on how you can get into the Olympic roadmap was only announced last month. We have already outlined a program, a 2-year program for the 2018 Youth Olympic Games, and we will actually start that on the Cuyo Island this November 24 to 26. We have already sponsored several youth. We have, I think, 4 or 5 youth males right now that we are eyeing to become part of the Philippine Youth Olympic team. Unfortunately for the ladies, we only have 1 candidate at this point, because the Youth Olympic Games, you have to be from 16 to 8 years old by 2018. Okay, so to answer support, we are sponsoring their expenses going into those 4 stops to give them some experience in competition, because the format that was announced for the YOG 2018 is actually one of our disciplines, which is the twin tip racing. Our twin tip racing is the one chosen to be in the Olympics, in the Youth Olympic Games.